Welcome to SolarTechDIY.com. This is Patrick speaking. I'm going to show you how to mix your encapsulant, not necessarily SolarTite 384. You can use any encapsulant with this method, but one thing that's common with encapsulants of this nature is that they're compounds that need to be mixed two parts. So typically the consistency of the base of these elastomer polymers, they're very viscous, very thick. Uh, when you add the part B, the accelerant, at least I think that's what it is. I'm not a chemist. I'm not exactly sure. That, for all I know, that could be cyanide. Don't know. Doesn't matter. But when you mix, you introduce air just as a byproduct of the agitation. I believe the cavitation is the word or the description of what's going on. But a secret to minimizing the amount of air that you introduce into the encapsulant as you stir it is by stirring gently. Uh, I'm not exaggerating how slowly I'm stirring here. This is adequate. You would do well to mimic this speed and consistency, because if you're super fast and spastic about it, you introduce a lot of air bubbles. It gets really thick in there, and I mean, the air bubbles can be so thick you can't even, it's no longer transparent. It's now opaque because the air bubbles are so thick. So it's in your best interest to really minimize um, the amount of air, because it's really hard to get them out. If you do not de-air your encapsulant, let's say you just poured the base, then added the part B, stirred it, even if you were gentle like I was, you're introducing air. If you just poured it as is, you would introduce all of those air bubbles that are visible in the liquid would be transferred onto your substrate and would be visible unless you went and popped each and every bubble with a pin, which, you know, I do anyway if I miss any air bubbles. But, you know, if there's 50,000 air bubbles, you know, it's just not possible. And if you just say, I'm going with it, you're really going to be disappointed, because when the encapsulant dries and you've got air bubbles permanently marring your surface, you wouldn't have it. So this device that I'm using is purchased at Harbor Freight Tools, and it's actually an automotive tool for bleeding brake systems. And all you need to do is go to Ace Hardware. They sell those canning jars, and they also sell the tubing. They also sell that brass grommet that is literally just punctured through the top of the jar here. And then I used Ace brand. It's like liquid steel. You know, you mix it like putty, and it's a two-part thing, and you know, it hardens like steel. I mean, this isn't NASA stuff. I'm giving you this idea. Take it. You know, make your own, because it's going to save you a lot of grief. It's a great forearm workout too. So typically, you pump it up to about 20 pounds negative. Release the air just like I just did. Pump it again. Release the air, and then, you know, wait a couple seconds, see if you've cleared out enough. You may have to do it a third, fourth, or even fifth time. It just depends how aggressive your stirring was. So your object is to get as much as you can out. You might not get all of it, and that's okay. Just get as much as you can. Minimize your introduction of bubbles uh, into the mix when you're mixing. Just take care. Now, as you look through the glass, you can see there's no air bubbles. this will go on to our solar panel crystal clear. Okay, thanks for watching. Next video, we're going to pour this onto our project. Thank you.